talk about zero article places where you don't use any articles. Okay. Remember CCDDGGM. Just remember this CCDDGGM. Now, what is this abbreviation?
CCDGGM.
Yes. Now, what
Okay.
are these abbreviations? Is it okay now, Rajni?
Yeah, now it's fine.
Great. Let's start. First of all, one more time, congratulations on your Josh Talks. I was really proud when I saw that. The way you were explaining, the way you were mentioning, what kind of things people can do, how did it start, and what was your journey, your anecdote was really impressive. Really nice.
Thank
Okay,
you so much, ma'am.
that's great. So, how is life going? What's up? What's new?
Yeah, everything is going good. New, I can say, like I've shared everything with my family now. Before that, my family didn't know about my YouTube channel, about my Josh Talk, anything. So after that, I went home, I visited my family, and I shared everything with my family. So everyone is happy now. So
Hmm.
I'm just enjoying the journey. I'm trying to learn new things now. That's why I just booked sessions with you, because I want to become an advanced speaker now,
Oh
so
my
I
God.
can help people. Yeah.
Okay, that's great, Rajni. And as I already told you last time itself, 5 things that what all you need to do. Apart from that, the very first thing that is stopping you at a learner stage and you're not able to move on to confident speaking stage. Confident speaker stage is all about faith and trust. If you have trust in you, if you have faith in you, well and good, you will be able to perform in every situation. Apart from that, if you are at a learner stage, your faith and worry, they're not leaving you. So, for example, fear of judgment, fear of failures, making mistakes, fear of thinking, what if I do this, what would be the reaction of another person? That kind of fear and worry you will have to remove from your mind, and faith and trust should be there. And you are a live example, how did you trust yourself and you have come up to this stage? So that is really nice. So I don't think so you are any more in learner stage. Of course, we learn throughout our life. So even I am a learner, I'm a trainer, but I am a learner. I keep learning every day, something or the other. I try to read and I try to invite something new in me. So again, for confident speaking, 5 things are important. Undivided attention. Whenever you talk, the attention should be undivided. Plus, next thing is natural preparation. If you're naturally prepared about something, things will come out. The way you were talking in Josh Talks, you were naturally prepared. You were not forcing yourself to think about some words which you really would like to take it. Yes, in that particular session, I saw some of the pronunciation words were there. You could have spoken it in a better way. But otherwise, also, it was really nice. At least that was a live example of somebody who is still learning, but she has reached to this stage. So that was also a cherry on the cake, actually. Third thing is you have to build a network of vocabulary. एक एक word से अभी काम नहीं चलेगा, because you are going to talk about topics. Even if you become a confident speaker, you will be called to the dashboards. You will be speaking about some of the other topics. So let's say confidence, stress management, time management, workplace behavior, and if not anything more, how to get a growth mindset. Okay, so that could be the topic. So if you try to inculcate some topic vocabulary of topic sentences, topics, that will be really nice. You will not be struggling with the sentences. Then the fourth one is do not hop from one sentence to another. When you start a thought, give a closure to that thought and then you move on to another idea so that you can have a better clarity for your reader or your audience. Last but not least, always stick to your plan. Never change any last minute decisions. Never change anything at last minute, whether it's a word or a sentence, unless you are damn confident. See, we are performers, we are not actors. Okay, so
Yes.
you won't be able to do an acting that one in time. You are a
Exactly.
performer, what you have, what skill you have that you can perform, like in circus, like in Joker, circus, whenever they sit on elephant or they try to, work on this rollover, they are experts. They have those skills. So they are performer. They are not actor. They are not doing acting. Okay, so similarly, we need to understand if you are actor, so an actor can carry any situation, any kind of sentiments, any kind of emotion. But unfortunately, I am not an actor, at least. So if you are
Yeah.
an actor, you would be able to take
No,
care of that
not
last
at all.
minute.
I'm also not an actor. Yeah.
So that is a reason learning had become more important for us in the past as well. And now also it is very important that we should work on our personality. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Rashni, before we move on to the topic question, or the topic of the day, do you want to know anything about grammar topics or anything where you have confusions or any kind of concepts where you are confused? So we can, cover those concepts in these sessions.
Yeah, I have, seen many people asking the same question, how to work on grammar part, especially when we become intermediate speaker, but still making some problems with articles or prepositions. These
Okay.
are the main factors. When we start speaking also, we are able to deliver our thoughts and but somewhere still we make mistakes related to preposition or articles, and
Okay.
sometimes we don't get we don't start using exact form of modals. So I'm just curious to know about that, how we can overcome this.
Okay. Um, well, the only way to overcome is to learn about them. That is the only remedy. When you know in and out about something, that point in time, you're very confident about how to deal with those things. So the very first thing I would like to take articles, since you have taken this name first. This is one of the parts of speeches. So like noun, pronouns, verb, adjectives, interjection, conjunctions, preposition, we have articles. Earlier, we had 8 parts of speeches, and now people also count articles as a part of speeches. Because of course, when you speak, your articles also come in the picture. So the very first thing that you need to understand, Rajni, that first of all, a and an means one.
Yes.
If I said I have a pen, that means I have one pen. So anytime when you have a confusion, I'm giving you a thumb rule. Whenever you are confused about somebody, just take a clarity on it and take one side. So, for example, you are always confused in A and an, or if you have a reader, or if you have an audience, which you always get a comment. I don't remember. I keep forgetting. Just change A and an into one. Don't worry about it. I have one orange. I have an orange. If you don't know whether I should an or one, what should I do? A or an? Just change the concept and use one. Be smart. Okay, like I have said a couple of times, we are not foreigners. We are not learning this language to become a foreigner. We are adapting a language, and to grasp a language itself, it takes 30 years. Since we do not have that much time, and also our motto is not to become a foreigner. We just want to learn this language so that we can communicate, because this is the only language which is used worldwide. So tomorrow, if we are going abroad, at least we are able to communicate and we can earn a handsome amount for our living. That is the only reason behind. And some people have passion as well to understand English or to learn English. So that is again cherry on the cake. Your passion is added to it. So anytime you're confused, don't be in double mindset. Use one. There's nobody who's going to stop you for that. Secondly, a and and. Whenever you try to use them, the condition is, first of all, it should be singular noun.
Yes.
Be one in number. Okay. And the third thing is, it should be a noun which you are counting. That means it should be a countable noun.
Yes.
Okay. So let's say a boy. Okay. Now boy is single. Boy is one, singular noun, one, and also it is countable noun. Okay.
Yes.
Now, whenever you are trying to use anything with your saying that a boy passed from my balcony, or, a girl comes to my house every day, whatever you try to say, you are trying to start the sentence with that noun. Okay. So when you are starting a sentence, and the very first time you are introducing that noun in your statement, you use a or an based upon the rules. So for example, if I say, I saw a girl in park, a girl means any random girl.
And yeah.
Okay, since first time I'm introducing this particular noun in my statement, so I will use her. Then I'm saying about the same girl, I'm saying the girl was very beautiful. Now, which girl? The girl which I saw in park. Okay, so now it has connected. So whenever you are using a noun, singular noun, one noun for the very first time in a sentence, then you have to use a. If it is starting with a consonant sound. Girl is a consonant sound. We don't go by the letters. We go by sounds. It's a consonant sound. it's one, it's singular, it's countable, then we are using a.
Yes.
Okay. At the same time, let's come to an. Again, noun should be singular, countable. But here the twist is it should start with a vowel sound, not vowel word, vowel sound.
Vowel
So
sound.
let's say our. Now H is silent in our. We say O-U-R or H-O-U-R. It's actually H-O-U-R, but we say our. So
Our,
let's say
yes.
very first time you are trying to say in your statement, I have 1 hour left with me for this project. I have 1 hour left with me for the submission. Okay. Now here you are using an hour. You can use 1 hour also. You can use an hour also. Okay. This hour is extremely busy. Now you're not using an hour is extremely busy. Because first you have already mentioned this. एक बार आप mention कर चुके थे. So in your subsequent statement, you can use the. Just to talk about the same thing. We will come to the a little later. But a and supported like this. Okay.
Okay.
Once again, I reiterate. Noun should be one, singular, countable, and it should start with a consonant sound. We are using a. If noun is one, singular, countable, and it starts with a vowel sound, we use an. But again, the most important condition is you are using the noun for the very first time in your statement. Okay. Easy?
Yeah.
Any questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's come to the. Now, the is a definite article that we use at different places, and when I say different places, so let's say superlative degrees. Do you know anything about superlative degrees?
No.
You must know.
I have heard about it, but I don't have much knowledge about grammar. That's why I don't know about superlative degree.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
Biggest, highest.
Yes. I don't. You know it. Maybe you don't know the term, but you know this.
Yes.
So the is indefinite. I'm sorry. The is definite article, and the is used at a lot of places. So the very first thing, always understand whenever you talk about superlative degree, that point in time you have to use the. Okay. So for example, she's the most beautiful girl I have ever seen. Most beautiful.
The most. Yeah.
Okay. He's the tallest man in the class. Okay. She is the worst actor. Okay. He's the best. I am the best. Okay. So when you say all these words, you have to use superlative degrees. So you have to use the with superlative degrees. So that is your very first condition. Second is when you talk about one of its kind. अपनी जैसी कोई एक चीज. Sometimes when people have to throw some fashion or fashion, they simply say, oh, I am the Rajni Verma. Don't mess with me. I'm the Rajni. You use this the before name. So just to highlight, like he is the Amitabh Bachchan. Oh, he's the Shah Rukh Khan. That means उसके जैसा कोई नहीं है. बहुत सारे शाहरुख मिलेंगे तुम्हें, लेकिन उसके जैसा कोई नहीं है. This is what when we say anything from one of its kind, we use it. So for example, the sun, the moon, the stars. Okay, so when you talk about these, you have to use them because they are one of its kind. So that's the second usage. Third is whenever you are talking about anything for the second time. In your subsequent statement, you are mentioning about the same thing. So to refer that, you are using the. For example, I saw a girl in park. The girl was extremely disturbed. Okay. She had an orange in her hand. The orange was fresh and juicy.
Okay.
Easy? So whenever you talk about something for the very second time, subsequent statement, referring the same thing, you don't have to use article again. Easy?
Yeah.
Okay. Next thing is whenever you talk about rivers, oceans, and special buildings, you use the. So for example, there are many islands in the Pacific Ocean. The name of the ocean is not the Pacific Ocean, it's Pacific Ocean. But when we take the names of oceans, rivers, and special buildings, we use the. Okay. Secondly, let's say the Yellow River is in China. Or the Burj Khalifa is the famous building in Dubai. Okay, so Burj Khalifa is the famous building The Pentagon is an important building in America. Okay, so whenever you talk about oceans, rivers, special buildings, you have to use the. Easy? Okay, so these are 4 conditions wherein you have to use these. Let's talk about zero article places where you don't use any articles. Okay, remember CCDDGGM. Just remember this, CCDDGGM. Now, what is this abbreviation?
CCDDGGM.
Yes. Now, what
Okay.
are these abbreviations? CC is cities and countries.
Cities and countries.
Okay, so whenever you mention about a single city or a single country, we don't use the. Okay, unless they are group of countries like the Netherlands. We always say the Netherlands or the United States of America, the United Kingdom. Okay. Otherwise, हम कभी नहीं बोलते we are from the India. I'm living in the India. I'm living in the.
Yeah.
We don't say that. Why? Because CC will never allow you to put any kind of article. Okay, but again, there is a twist. Similar, हम the कभी use करेंगे. So let's say I live in Delhi. The city is really noisy. You're referring to that city, but you're not taking the name of that city and using the. So here the rule is applied where you're using the in your subsequent state. Easy?
Yeah.
Okay. So next is CC, yeah, country. So cities or countries, we are not using any article. Next is DD. First D refers to days of the week. We don't have 2 Sundays, 2 Mondays, or 2 Tuesdays. Okay, we just have 1 day in a week. So 1 Sunday, 1 Monday, 1 Tuesday, 1 Wednesday. So that is why they become unique. They are proper nouns. Okay. So whenever you are writing about these, you don't use any article.
Okay.
Okay. So let's say my college is on Monday now. Okay. On the Monday, no.
Okay.
Okay. Unless you are specifically talking about some day. The day was really hectic. The Monday was really hectic. That means that Monday was really hectic. Okay.
And you are pointing.
When you are pointing it out, right? Specific. So for that, we are using demonstrative pronouns like that. That Monday was really, really hectic. I hope this Monday would go fine. Okay. So in that way, in that sense, you can use it. Otherwise, days of the week would never demand any kind of articles. Okay. Next, D is diseases. He's suffering from the cancer, the tuberculosis. We never say that. Or a cancer. No, we don't say that. Okay. So anytime you're talking about diseases, we are not using a and the anything. No article, zero article. Okay. Next is GG. So the first G is general place. Whenever you talk about general places wherein you do not have to give any reference, at point in time you can use that word without any article. I'm going to a park for a walk. If you say I'm going to the park for a walk, so you are referring to a specific park where you are going.
Yes.
Okay. He's going to school. He's going to the school. The school means you have already referred to the name of the school earlier. Okay, I study in St. Thomas. The school is really big. The school building is really huge. Now I'm talking about the school's building. So I'm using the before school because I'm referring to my name of the school, but I'm not taking the name again and again. Okay. So again, DD, days of the week and diseases. Now GG is general place, like I just gave you. School, park, jail, restaurant, store. We are not going to use the for that or any article for that matter. Okay. Next is next G is games. Whenever we talk about games, we don't use the.
Okay.
Okay. And the last M is months of the year. January, March, April, May, June, July. We never use the for that. Okay. So CCDGGGM. Remember this. It will be okay for you. You will always remember it. Okay. Okay. Secondly, you always remember exceptions are here. When there is a group of rivers, then in that case, like the Himalayas, then we are using the, because we're talking about something specific. And that point in time, you are using the. So rivers, oceans, and the special buildings that point in time we are using so this is the whole, scenario which I wanted to tell you. Again, there is a nitty-gritty inside. Exceptions are also there, but mota mota, this is your complete information as a whole. So even if you try to follow this, you will come to a greater extent and you will get a better idea how to go for articles in your part of speech. Okay.
And I think we cannot mug up all the things, all the rules, but when we read every single day, then we will be able to overcome easily. Like then it will be imprinted in our mind while reading.
I think you gave a solution to your own problem in your Josh talk. If you don't remember anything, try to teach somebody. You're the one that said that, right?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
If you keep teaching it to yourself, if you're not getting anybody, make your 15 minutes video for yourself only. Try to see what your body language spoke, how much you spoke, what correct pronunciation was there, or is the information correct? If everything goes fine, that means you are good to go. Okay. So that's all from my side, Rajni. Do you have any more questions?
Maybe the time is over. Otherwise, I asked about the preposition also, because sometimes people have only, not have a problem with preposition, but they miss like in, on sometimes. So.
Okay. Till the time is not getting over, because 10:30 I have another session. I'll just give you the information about to, because to is the most used preposition. Okay. And as you know that they are the most important parts of speech that show the relationship between different elements in a particular sentence. So common usage of to would be, it is often used to indicate the direction, or the movement towards your destination or goal. So let's say if I say she's going to the park. So she's going to, I'm giving a direction or the movement toward park. So that I'm using to. Another could be, it also indicate a recipient for a target or for an action. Like he gave a gift to his sister. Here is not a direction, it's a target. So there we are using to. The third easiest way is, in some cases, to also used to express a time or a limit. The store is open from 9 to 6. Okay. So these are some common usage of to, at least, because to is used for so many places. It's not only in so many places. Okay. So I would not be able to stop for more period of time because I have another student at 10:30. But it was lovely session, Rajni. I'm pretty sure you have some takeaways from this session today.
A lot. No one have, explained this about articles like this, the way you explained everything. And I think this like students and learners out there on my YouTube channel, they will also be able to learn a lot from this session.
That's great. That's great. I'm there to help anybody. So take good care of yourself, Rajni. Hope to see you again. Take good care. See ya.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.